To the contrary, the 2024 Olympic opening ceremony was not bizarre. It has been condemned and described as demonic and deranged, a woke global marketing episode, maybe, but we have a number of questions to ask. Subscribe to our channel, Hamid Hebrew Ethics, and like our video, comment, let us walk this journey together. Why would we say that the 2024 Olympic opening ceremony was not bizarre? Why would an African participate in this activity even if it was not bizarre? What is it that they don't want you to know? How were the Olympics celebrated wherever they began? Who invented sporting activities? We will answer these questions and many others, and also indicate whether melanin-dominant human beings should participate in the Olympics shortly. But first, let us discuss a prophecy that will also cover and give us the groundwork and the strong foundation for the reasons why many people felt that the 2024 Olympic opening ceremony was bizarre, because they may not have considered a number of serious factors that occurred in prehistory. We go to the African prophecy found in the Hermetica. We read the section that says, "And so the gods will depart from mankind, a grievous thing, and only evil angels will remain, who will mingle with men, and drive the poor wretches into all manner of reckless crime, into wars and robberies and frauds, and," watch this one, "all things hostile to the nature of the soul." That's the key prophecy that we want to look into, and it will assist us to understand a number of factors. It is important that we know just that very few people are aware that the word Olympic comes from the Greek Olympikos, related to Olympia, the site of the ancient Olympic Games in Greece that was started around 776 BCE. What is left out, in fact, which is the most important thing that ties up to the prophecy in the Hermetica, is that this place, Olympia, was a major religious center where bloody and violent crimes were held every 4 years. It attracted participants from various Greek states, fostering a sense of shared culture of violence amongst the Greeks. Animal sacrifices took place there. At Olympia, there were hundreds of altars, with the most remarkable one being the great altar of Zeus, where 100 oxen were sacrificed to the god. At each of the Olympic festival, the altar was a conical mound built up from the ashes of the sacrifices of years gone by, proving once more that the Olympics are a religious festival to the Greek gods. Even today, the conical dice is one used by the winners, as also the lighting of the Olympic flame, which is connected to the fire which was used to burn the animal sacrifices, and symbolic of the energy, the spirit, the zest, the emotions that has been transferred from that point of origin through the Olympic Games across all the rituals and sacrifices which were bloody and violent reflecting the society that originated them. The blood sacrifices were also performed because blood was known as a powerful, or is known as a powerful way to honor some types of gods that have been identified in the Hermetica, the evil angels, and to gain their favor. The sacrifices were accompanied by prayers, hymns, and rituals aimed at pleasing the deities. Humanity is at this time reconnected to the Greek gods through the 5 rings that are used as symbols that connect all the continents that participate and that have been hooked up in this energy field through the sacred grooves, through the rituals, and through other activities that occur behind the scene. Athletic competition, combat sports, events like boxing, wrestling, and pancration were integral to the games, and they were brutal. They were intense in their physicality, and the lethality of these events reflected the broader cultural acceptance of violence that had been implanted into humanity by them, the gods, the evil gods. Although serious injuries and even death was used and heralded as victory, it was the testament to the strength of the God inside that person who is participating, inside that person who has won and he has gained favor from the gods. The gods already benefited from your participation, from the emotional participation of the spectators, just like today in the global sense, people are engaged in ritually. Now, many athletes were also soldiers, killers, mercenaries, and the skills displayed in the games were useful in warfare so that they could cause maximum pain and death and kill other humans. The gods loved this. Events like throwing the javelin, wrestling had direct military applications. The evil gods taught humanity many of these skills and many of these heroic feats which promoted these deadly contests. The king Oenomas, the father of Hippodamia, challenged her suitors to a chariot race, promising her the hand of the winner and death to the loser. Pelops won by bribing Oenomas, charioteer, to sabotage the king's chariot, resulting in Oenomas' death. This is part of the origin of the Olympics that are celebrated today all over the earth. While the 2024 Olympic opening ceremonies are considered bizarre by others, when you understand the overtly violent rituals like blood sacrifices, which are no longer part of the Olympics today, you realize that modern modifications of these ceremonies retain these practices through symbolic elements that echo and bring forward these ancient religious and cultural traditions, which is now done under subtle as well as technological effective methods through the waves to you, through your television, through your phone. And then this taps the energy in you if you are ignorant of this, as well as the participants and athletes who are ignorant, as well as the nations that have surrendered their will to this manipulation that the 2024 opening ceremony occurred and orchestrated. All included the deification of the Greek god Zoshe or Zosiku, 776 BCE. The ancient games were part of a religious festival to honor the Greek god Zose, who was considered king of the gods. Still today, they consider him as king of the gods. There are lots of things that they don't want you to know, but leaked this year through the opening ceremony and through the interviews that were held by the people that orchestrated all that. It is Dionysius who arrives at the table, Mr. Joly said in a French television interview when he tried to defend the accusation that Christians were throwing at him. The idea was to have grand pagan festival connected to the gods of Olympus, Olympism. He added, as per the historian, the act depicted during the ceremony shows that the tableau vivant, living painting, in other words, living energy, alive or spirit, is based on the Feast of the Gods painting by Jean Bilchet from 1635, which features, listen to this, Minerva, the goddess of wisdom, they stole somewhere. And Mars, the god of war. Why do you need the god of war? Alongside Venus, the goddess of love. Any type of love. That's what they are saying. It is critical that maybe you are thrilled during this Olympics. Maybe you are very excited and you are happy and you watch it daily. And sometimes your emotions are raised up. Remember, this is just entertainment. We have to learn something deeper here. It is important that we understand that we battle against invisible enemies who profit from our overindulgence if we include negative emotions. As part of the Matrix series, this focuses on the central issue in the matter of your energy, as taught by Robert Monroe in many of his books. The term means a quantifiable, spiritual, emotional energy produced by physical beings such as humans or even animals or even plants. And this energy, especially of humans, is a highly valued commodity in the eyes of non-physical beings who feed upon this energy. Although not its only function, the matrix acts as the machinery which generates this energy, and the Olympics is one of those machineries. Unless you are connected to the gods, dominance in entertainment does not reflect the reality or the power of our race in the real world. Therefore, should melanin-dominant human beings participate in the Olympics? Yes, if they are connected to the original good deities. Because the ancient Olympic Games were founded by the Greek gods to worship the likes of the gods like Zeus. But sports and entertainment was or were invented by melanin-dominant human beings. So that distinction, if you don't know that distinction, then you are worshipping the Greek gods and ignoring your own African gods. Yet even these so-called Greek gods originated as derivatives of our African gods, who are older than the Greek gods. This has been reviewed by many writers, many thinkers, and many scholars. George G.M. James, in his book Stolen Legacy, proves that the Egyptian is the origins of Western philosophy. The Greeks came to Africa as students to be taught what Africans already knew: writing, science, medicine, and spirituality were already a part of our Bantu melanin civilization all over the earth. And the Greeks, the likes of Thales, Plato, Socrates, Aristotle, Parmenides, Heraclitus, Democritus, Anaxagoras, all of them received their training in the knowledge of the mysteries from our sellout priests. In the major nature and in ancient African teachings, we know that our gods became and were taken over, and their names and their characteristics by the Greeks and the Romans and many others. Gahuti, who is now known as Thoth by many others, Hermes by the Greeks, Mercury by the Romans, was encountered by the Greeks when they conquered us in ancient Hamit, and the creation of the dynasties and the people that are now claiming to be original Egyptians, who are Turkish Arabs. Anyway, the Olympic Games per se did not originate in Africa, but sports were present. They were part of everyday life. In a future video, we will prove this beyond any reasonable doubt. The day we learn and the day we realize that entertainment or entertaining the world through sports, music, comedy are not expressions of power in the world. When we start to shift and realize that we need to connect this with the gods, just like the actual power that comes through technology that is connected to Ptah or the god organ, we will start to realize our own self. Where the 2024 opening ceremony and participants engaged in a bizarre act, it's not Olympic opening ceremony gone walk, but it is the war of the gods. It is known and is proven by history that the Olympics were banned in 393 AD by the Roman Emperor Theodosius I. His decision was part of his broader effort to suppress pagan participation and promote Christianity. So the Olympic Games were banned for almost 1,200 years. And then were reopened and restarted in Athens in 1896 as Europeans started to honor their gods, whilst Africans are honoring these derivative gods. The 1896 Athens Olympics were a significant event, marking the revival of the Olympic Games after more than 1,500 years and setting the stage for the development of the modern Olympic movement. How they want to continue to rule. So their battle is between the same group, Christians on the one hand, and others who want and who know the mysteries, their mysteries. So for us, you must know that there is no salvation outside of your culture. You have to go back to our African traditions. If you want to learn more and you want to participate in these activities, send us an email on join@marifado.com. Also unveiled our fantastic program, Bantu Foundations Series and Mysteries, which you can engage and participate in. Just send us an email again on join@marifado.com or go to marifado.org and go to the knowledge section. Click on knowledge, register as a Bantu U, which is Bantu University, and off you go. Yes. Yohamaneja Topi, preacher Rabbi LMD Zukunkerik Mjaganja, says subscribe to our channel, Hamiti Hebrew Ethics, our YouTube channel, Hamiti Hebrew Ethics. Like our videos, click that notification bell. Make sure you are still subscribed and share to as many people as possible. Yes, we are the ones that can talk to the original, right, righteous, or holy gods. But the choice is yours. Amen.